One tag, 1 week, one shot to make it count. This is for the hunters who hit the road and get after it, no matter the odds. This is Drawn West. Welcome back to another Bridge Lock bonus episode of the Drawn West podcast. We are outside today, so if you're listening to this, you might hear some wind noise, but we're running the GoPro. And today's episode, we are going to be sighting in the left and right zero on our bow. So what we're going to be doing is making sure that our rest is aligned left to right. Sorry about the wind here, folks. And then making sure our sight is zeroed left to right. And I'll just be walking you through how I do this. I think there's probably a couple different ways that you can do it, but I will show you the process that I use, putting on my bino harness so I can use my binos and my rangefinder. But the first thing we're gonna do is take our target here, and I'm gonna find a real nice, clean, crisp line, like the line between the green and the black here, really close up. I'm gonna find either that, or maybe I'll use this crease here on the corner, and I'm gonna shoot for that line at like 5 feet, extremely close. This is gonna help set my rest. Once we got our rest dialed in, then we're gonna back out to about 20, and we're gonna shoot that same straight line, but this time we're gonna adjust the sight to bring it back in. And so that assures that your rest is zeroed, short range, and then your sight, long range, is zeroed. And so let's get into it. Set up little stand, got our target set up. This always feels like super silly shooting this close, but this is the way I do it to make sure my rest is centered properly. So just focus real hard on that line and a real clean trigger break. First arrow right down the middle, so that's a good sign. Now we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna aim a little bit lower so we don't shoot the same arrow at this distance. All right, let's give one more arrow to see what we're doing. Get a nice 3-shot average. All right, let's go grab that target and take a look at it together. All right. So we got our target here. First shot, I was aiming on this right side. Second shot, I was aiming on this left side. Third shot, I was aiming right here. So first shot, if we're looking at it, pretty much perfectly centered. Second and third shot was a little bit to the left. So I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna put my target back, and I'm gonna make a little adjustment. So, when you're adjusting your rest, you know, typically on the sight, you chase your arrow, right? If your arrow's hitting to the left, you move your sight to the left. On the rest, it's the opposite. If your arrow's hitting to the left, you want to move it to the right, bring it back in. And so we're going to loosen that up right here. I think we got to loosen a set screw, and then we just dial it. Actually, I think we just go, maybe just dial it. We don't have to loosen. Oh yeah, we do have to loosen a set screw right there, and then we'll dial it a little bit, just micro tune it. All right, we got the set screw on our rest loosened up a little bit. So now I'm gonna dial it. It's not much, just a little bit to the right. Do like 3 clicks there, and then we'll tighten this up. All right, let's give that a shot. A little bit too far to the right. A little bit to the right. So we over adjusted, so let's loosen that up and bring it back 2 clicks. All right. Got our 2 clicks. Now snug her up. So this is it. This was really only like 1 click off, which isn't bad. Let's go grab our arrows quick, and let's see if that does it. Dead on the middle on that arrow. Let's just shoot a second confirmation one. That one as well, right on the money. So we got our rest set. So now what we're gonna do is bring this out to 20 yards, shoot at that same line, and we're gonna see if our sight needs any left and right adjustment. So we got our sight out there at 20 yards. We got our dial close enough to 20, and we're gonna shoot for that same center spot, and we're gonna see if our arrows are grouping either right or left. First one, maybe just a whisker left. Let's see what the second one does. Now for this 20-yard test, it's pretty common that you're not gonna hit like exactly perfect. That's why I like to shoot like a 3-4 shot group and see where your group is centering or averaging. Because at 20 yards, you're probably gonna have a 1 to 2 inch group. That one I pulled a little to the left. I felt it to the left, bow went off, so we're not gonna count that arrow because I know I pulled that arrow. Second arrow felt pretty good, broke pretty good. I think it's really, or third arrow, really close to our first one, so we're gonna shoot one more. I'm gonna go grab the target and we can go look at it together. All right, got our group. Let's go grab that target and look at the results. All right, folks, so here's our group. My left and my right, or sorry, my up and down isn't sighted in yet, so disregard that. This arrow here is the one I know I pulled, this far one high left, but the rest of them are centering about an inch, and they're about an inch left total distance. So we have about a 1 inch, inch and a half group at 20 yards, about an inch left. So I'm gonna pull these arrows. I'm gonna make a slight adjustment. My arrows are grouping left, so I'm gonna move my sight housing a little bit to the left, and we're gonna see if these pull back in. And one of the things I love about this UV slider, the bridge lock version, to do your left and a right adjustment, this inner dial, you just pop it out like that until you hear a click, that unlocks it. And then on the inside here, right down there, I've got a little adjustment. And so I'm gonna move that other way, just a little bit, not much, maybe 5 clicks. Put that back in, lock it in place. Now let's shoot our second group and see if that's enough to pull those arrows to the center. First shot, not too bad. Went off a little bit before I was expecting, actually. I kind of surprised myself with that shot. Second shot, perfect left and right, just an inch low, which is fine. We're not looking to sight in up and down right now. Let's do another one right here. That third one, I pulled that one a little bit, so we'll disregard that shot again. I know I pulled it. The bow just went off when my bubble, or my pin was floating to the left, so we'll shoot another time. That one broke a little bit better. Let's go grab that target, see how our shots work. All right, so here we have it, folks. Honestly, not the best shooting, not the best group. This one right here, this is the one I know I pulled. He's way left, so we'll take him out. These three, a little bit wider group, to be honest, like 2.5, 3 inch group, not the greatest. This one's a little far left too. The shot I felt the best about was this shot right here. My second arrow, dead on the money left and right. My first arrow, slight bit to the right. So I think we did a good improvement, but this, you know, really wasn't my best group, and I think I need to shoot again. So I'm gonna pull all 3 of these arrows, and I'm just gonna verify this group one more time, just to make sure we are centering on 0 left and right. It's okay if you don't have the best group. Like, you're not gonna have, you know, not everyone's a great archer, good enough archer to hit like 3 touching arrows at 20 yards. I'd love to say I'm that kind of archer, but I'm just not that good. So I just make sure my group, the circle of my group, is centered left and right where I want it, not necessarily that it's all super tight and every arrow is perfect. So we'll go put these arrows in our holder, and we'll go bring this back out to 20 and do one more. If you guys can hear that, one of our roosters is deciding that it's sunrise and he's crowing. So sorry for the interruptions. All right, let's get our group. Let's hopefully do a little bit better job this time and see if we can get a nice group centered on the middle. First shot, felt really good about it, and it's also dead on in the middle, left and right. Let's do another shot here. Second shot, pretty good. I think we're a whisker left, but honestly pretty good. Let's try a third shot here. Felt really good about that shot too. Let's go take a look, see what we're dealing with. All right, here's our group. Back down to that like 1.5 inch size, so a little bit better group. and we're probably a whisker left still, like a half-inch left. So I'm gonna make a little bit of an adjustment and then probably call that good for now. I might play with it a little bit, but I'm gonna make a little bit of an adjustment and I'm gonna shoot one more time. And then one thing I always like to do when you're all done with this, verify your 5-foot shot again. Just make sure nothing changed, that adjusting your sight didn't play with anything, but it shouldn't. And that's how you set your left and right 0 on your bow, to make sure that your rest is aligned with your string, your arrow and your rest and your string is aligned with your sight housing, and now you'd be good to go to set up the dial for your Ultra View slider, which we're going to tackle in the next Bridge Lock bonus series. So thanks for sticking around. That is how you start dialing in your bow, getting ready for season. And if you haven't done so, this is the last episode that you're going to get a bonus code word to track. So make sure you get over to our email, send us in that bonus code word. The last code word we're giving out for the Mathews Lift giveaway, I feel like is only right that we go with Mathews. So get Mathews signed up, send it in an email. Mathews is the code word for the last episode. And we're going to do the drawing as absolutely fast as we can after August 31st. All the entries close August 31st, so if you're not signed up yet, there's still a couple days. Get all those bonus entries in. We're going to close entries on the 31st of August, and as soon as we can get all the entries tallied, we are going to draw for the bow. We're going to contact the winner, get their specs, get their colors, get their bow ordered, so hopefully it's here for season. So thank you, everyone. Till next week, thanks for sticking around. Stay drawn.